Hello, today is Monday, July 24th, 2023. I had to double check. I'm Adam Hartog. Sitting next to me is my court-appointed attorney, Thomas Frey, and this is episode 14 of the Breakdown podcast, part of the 528 Collectibles Podcast Network. We have an exciting show for you guys today. We're going to do one big thing, a draft of the best fictional sports duos. We're going to do awards, and the second episode, the reverse penultimate debut of Last Take, Worst Take. Alright, recording this just after 8:15. This week is the National Sports Collectors Convention in Chicago, Illinois. 528 will be a featured breaker. Definitely stop by the table. We have a lot of cool product. I got this Reece James rated rookie PSA 10 card from us.
Show it to the camera.
This came from 528 itself. Great price, even without the employee discount. Thank you, Mikey Caps. But definitely, if you are in Chicago for the convention, stop by the table. Check us out. We'll all be there, rocked out in 528 gear. So stop by. It'll be a great time. We're looking forward to seeing all of our fans.
And full case of Panini One is being given away on Drip, so make sure you check that out.
We'll jump right into it with housekeeping. The British Open was this past weekend. Brian Harman won. I have no idea who he is, but apparently he putted the lights out. I don't know if that's the term because golf's played outside.
Good enough. He was very dominant too, though. It was he won by 6 strokes. I think it's the most anyone's ever won, or most strokes anyone's ever won by in the Open Championship.
So Harman won course 0.
Yes, Harman won course 0. He was 13 under. Second place was 7 under.
It was at Royal Liverpool, right? So this is the Scousers Championship.
I have no idea what that means.
It's just some term for people from the very north of England.
Okay, I've never heard that in my life. But funny thing about Brian Harman is NBC was doing a waggle count for him.
What does that mean?
When he would step up to the ball, he would shake the club, and I think it was
like a bat,
kind of, but it was more like someone with the yips, kind of, when they're going up and they're just getting ready to go, and they're getting ready to go, and they're getting ready to go, and and he was doing it I think the one that I saw, one was like a meme I saw, and it was 64 waggles, and but it was not that. I think it was 13 was the real one, but I mean that's a lot of times to stand up there and shake the club. But I mean he won. I know he was the runner-up, I think, at 2 other majors. No, 1 other US Open, but he performs well in majors. So.
This is his second win on tour, right?
I think it was his third.
There are 2 non-major wins before this.
Yeah, I think so, but I'm not sure.
Also in housekeeping, the return of Slamball. We only watched a little bit of it at your house.
We saw enough of it.
Apparently there's some guy named Baby Braun.
Okay.
Which I missed. He was the number 1 overall pick. He wears 2 arm sleeves. Dwight Howard-esque.
Yeah. Slamball is fun, but that's kind of all it is.
I think the most entertaining part is the penalty dunks.
Yeah, those
instead
are
of
fun.
Free throws.
Yeah.
It's just mano-y-mano.
That's fun. It's just its ceiling is capped, I feel. It feels more ESPN Ocho than it does ESPN. I'll put it on when nothing's on and I'm with people. I don't think I could ever imagine a scenario where I put on Slamball just for my own viewing pleasure, just cuz.
What if you could bet on it?
Even still, I don't know. No, probably not.
Would you watch another sport if it was played on trampolines?
I don't think...
Basketball definitely
Basketball's
translates
number
the best.
1, yeah. I mean, imagine baseball, the pitcher's bouncing up and down or something.
Football? Think about
football could
the
work.
lobs you could throw.
Football could work. Football would be... But again, it's just they tried the hokey rules in arena football for football, and it's just doesn't catch on.
This might.
It didn't the first time.
I mean, slam football.
Oh, well, now we're talking. That's our own invention. That's the 528 Slam Football League. Starting in this store. We're just going to...
In the fall.
Yeah, replacing the floor with trampolines.
Floors are lava/trampoline.
Yeah, you can't stand on it. You have to be bouncing at all times.
Mbappe turned down a record offer. Hasn't actually turned it down yet, but reported to have no interest in a record offer from Saudi Arabia. I think Al Nassr, the club that Ronaldo is on.
Was that it?
I think it could have been that. It may have been Al Hilal. I get them confused. Everyone's going everywhere there.
Al Hilal.
It was Hilal? Okay.
Yeah.
It would be a world record transfer fee over $300 million to PSG, who don't want to lose him for free next summer, and $700+ million for Mbappe, $200 million base salary. The rest would fill in with 100% ownership of his image rights, which I guess makes up that much, which kind of makes sense. Anything on that? He's probably the best player in the world right now.
Do you think he would rather sit out and not play than go to Saudi Arabia?
I don't think he's going to sit out, though, because they just don't want to lose him for free. But if he sits out, they're losing him for free still. But he doesn't have to move if they sell him.
But do you think they're going to play him if they don't sell him?
Probably. I mean, the value he brings while playing is still significant.
Yeah, I guess. I just saw something that said he was willing to hold out and not play.
See, that doesn't make any sense to me because he's under contract and he's not looking to get an extension.
This is totally random. Well, it's kind of related, but I just learned that in the NBA, if you're on an expiring contract, you cannot sit out for the whole season and become a free agent after the fact. So like Ben Simmons was mid-contract, so he could hold out, but James Harden cannot hold out and become a free agent after the year.
They would still have his rights?
They would have his rights in perpetuity, in like literally forever, for any league, not just the NBA.
Oh, wow.
This is in the CBA, that they have his rights in perpetuity, and there's nothing you just can't do it. And this is not a new rule, but I just learned about this.
That's pretty interesting. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, he could, if he holds out for this year, doesn't play, he couldn't go to China. He can't go anywhere. That's it. Career's over, pretty much.
Yeah.
Unless the Sixers would agree. But I just thought that was interesting. But as for Mbappe, I mean, I don't know. If I were him, I would just take the boatload of money, go play in Saudi Arabia, stay fresh, play whenever you want or don't want. And then, because it's got to be pretty decent competition. There's a lot of good players that are over there. And then leave on a free to go to Real Madrid, which is what he wants anyway.
It's just a legacy thing, I think. If he goes in the peak of his career, how is it going to be looked in the long run? I mean, maybe it'll stand out because everyone knew he was going for $1 billion.
I mean, I guess it's not the best look, but I don't think it matters all that much. It's not like PSG's winning the Champions League anyway. So,
true.
What, he wins another French league? Like, how much does that count on his resume anyway?
You got anything on the Women's World Cup?
I saw someone, Lexi Lalas, had U.S. women's team ranked 3rd, which was surprising. I thought they were...
Who was first?
Spain. But I thought we were, like, unanimously the favorites.
I thought so, too, yeah. To win, definitely. Like, we had a strong showing in our first game. We won 3-0.
Yeah, so I know there's, like, a little bit... things are unsettled. Like, they don't have a best 11 that they're rolling out there.
It's a very young team.
Yeah, very young, and they're not set in who their starters are. But I don't know. I still think they're gonna win, or they should win.
I agree. Yeah, it was a fun game to watch. Sophia Smith was awesome. Trinity Rodman was pretty cool. Rose Lavelle, I don't think is playing, or as much as she was in the past. I think she's injured.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I saw that somewhere. I haven't been paying too close of attention to it. Just kind of like a periphery view, I would say.
It's actually pretty entertaining. People give it a lot of shit. It's enjoyable to watch.
I think it's a good product. I would never talk bad on women's soccer. They're I think they're very good.
Yeah.
But it's just I just haven't been paying attention. It's less of a them thing, more of a I haven't had a lot of time for it thing. So,
yeah, you've been running around.
Yeah, very busy. I'm still a little hungover, honestly. I'm a 50-year-old man inside of me. That's the problem. There's a 50-year-old man inside of me. You can clip that.
Do you have anything else for housekeeping?
No, I think that about covers it. It's a very slow season right now. There's not a lot going on.
Yeah. All right, you want to go on to one big thing?
Sounds good to me.
All right, cool. So I went first last week, so you want to take it from here?
Yep, I got it. So my one big thing this week is Draymond Green and the Warriors saga continues. A report came out that he has no relationship with Jonathan Kuminga, and they are not on speaking terms.
Speaking terms?
They have no relationship
just cold
whatsoever.
Shoulder in the locker room.
Apparently. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's a little strong, and there's some sort of cordial relationship, but it seems like they're not, like, remotely friends in any way. Now, this is the third teammate confirmed that he's had issues with. It was KD, which I guess was kind of understandable, but also not. then Poole, which we still don't know what he said, but again, there's very little that he would say that would justify Draymond punching him in the face, considering they're literally professionals and they're in a working environment. And I get it, like the whole Michael Jordan like punched Steve Kerr thing in the face, and that's what makes him so special, yada yada yada. But like, it seems just unhealthy and untenable, and that's why they had to dump Jordan Poole in a salary dump essentially. And now Kuminga, and this is a weird way to go for it, but I think there's going to be a lot of Steph Curry questions coming, because it's where's the leadership in the locker room? He's the best player. He's supposed to be the leader. He's supposed to set the tone. And I know Draymond's the heart and soul, but what's Steph doing then? Is he just a good vibes guy, does his shimmy after he scores? I personally don't really care about his leadership as it pertains to his overall legacy, but I think it's a weird culture that's going on over there. If Draymond's one of the leaders of the team, we'll say, you would think it's on him to establish these relationships with these younger players, right? As a mentor, because you would want to, the better they do, the better we do as a team. But it seems like he has no interest in doing that.
So here's the thing. If you're Draymond and you're preaching, you basically live life walking around like this. Like half that team does at this point. Him and Clay, whatever you say to them, it's 4 titles.
Yeah.
You can't turn around and then with your own young teammates be the I'm going to do whatever I can to like surpass you and get in your head mentality that you have as a second-round pick out of Michigan State, because you're just creating a toxic culture in the locker room, and you can't be out there touting your veteranness and your legacy of winning 4 championships in a few years, but not act that way behind closed doors. Of like, I'm established, I like have had a very respectable career, probably definitely a Hall of Famer, and then like act like this when the cameras aren't on you.
Like for Michael Jordan, he did punch Steve Kerr in the face, confirmed. But when you heard of it in that context, it was for the betterment of the team. It was to push them to be better. In this context, everything I've heard, it doesn't sound that way.
No, the Warriors themselves, like Steve Kerr's on record saying it fucked with the culture this year.
Exactly. And is Steve Kerr not... Is he literally just...
Are they too chill?
Yeah, it almost seems that way.
Steve and Steph too chill to...
But to what, though? It's like, I guess to have a healthy locker room? I don't know. It just seems like...
It's not much you can say against them. It seems like it's more of a Draymond problem.
Yeah, Yeah, I guess that's what it comes down to. And he just loves talking about it. He just keeps talking about it. And then he went after Kevin Garnett on Twitter. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
There was a fake tweet that came out, and it was some fake quote of Kevin Garnett basically disagreeing with Draymond punching Jordan Poole. And then Draymond, like, quote tweeted it, like, going at KG. And KG responded, like, hey, man, this is a fake tweet. Like, Elon, see what you're doing with these fake verified accounts? It's just like... I get the underdog mentality because he is an underdog and he came, second round pick, and he can name all the people picked over him. But he went on Andrew Nicholson the other day for no reason, who's picked, I think, 19th in that draft. He was a nice role player in the NBA, probably 6-year career, nothing special, but was a good player, decent player. And he just started, like, basically talking shit on him for no reason, saying he didn't look like a basketball player. And Andrew Nicholson came out and was like, wow, so he's just been thinking about me for 15 years? And it's like, that's funny, but the media seems to adore him, but he just comes across like a dick. I don't know if he's trying to do the Stephen A. Skip Bayless thing, and maybe he will get into that after he retires, but it's just, I don't know, I'm tired of it. It's tired. He's a better player than this.
Yeah, he's stooping to nobody's level. He's just stooping.
Yeah, yeah. It's just weird. Ultimately, like, because obviously they've won, so it hasn't impacted them winning.
Yeah, Steve Kerr keeps forgiving him,
although
for everything he does. The kick,
cost them a championship.
Yeah,
the kick cost them a championship.
The KD situation
also may have cost them multiple.
Yeah, the Jordan Poole thing.
Yeah, which, I mean, no matter what they say, it definitely impacted them last year.
They said it did.
Yeah. Poole said it didn't, but it definitely did.
I think Kerr said it did.
Yeah. Also, he became a story in last year's playoffs because he stomped Sabonis. How many times are you going to be the story before you try to change and actually impact winning the way you think you do?
And then, like, kick and pout and blame when
Yes.
You get caught
and you get in trouble.
Nonsense.
Yeah, it's just like he keeps making his bed and then he refuses to lay in it, and then they keep forgiving him, and there's no learning, and I don't know. It's
childish.
It's at the very least, I think, tainted his image and people's perspective of him. Instead of being the underdog winner that he should have been and that he basically is, comes across like a child. A well-spoken child with a big platform. That's what he is.
And a dope skill set.
That I don't know if I'd go to dope, but he's one of the best defenders of our generation, arguably the best.
That's why I think it's dope.
Yeah, that's fine. Revolutionized a lot in the NBA. He impacted the NBA. Yeah, he's the small. He is the small ball five. Yeah, he is that. And instead of being that, he's just. I don't want to say ruining it because he's not ruining it, but he's for sure tainting it. Like that's as simple as I can put it. Is he's tainting his image and his legacy.
So your one big thing, Draymond's taint.
Yeah, Draymond's taint.
Okay, my one big thing is that the New York Times is disbanding its sports section. So they acquired The Athletic in 2020 for $550 million, and pretty much from that point on, 2022, they acquired it, so just over a year ago. Pretty much from that point on, they haven't said what they're going to do with it, but they brought on hundreds of sports writers, and since then, the only thing they've really done is mention how they now have too many sports writers, which happens when you buy The Athletic.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get laid off, but they are getting reassigned to other jobs within the New York Times, but New York Times is unionized and The Athletic is not, so they're not allowed to jump to The Athletic, which kind of sucks. And there's a lot of good writers for the Times that I like. Rory Smith was their soccer guy. He did awesome stuff. His coverage during the World Cup was fantastic. Kurt Streeter writes a section called Sports of the Times, which used to be twice a week, or at the very least weekly. Now it's maybe like twice a month, once a month. The Athletic has a lot of good writers. I really like Adam Johns and Kevin Fishbane. They do the Bears coverage. Liam Twomey and David Ornstein are soccer guys. They do a lot of Chelsea stuff. The Athletic is really good, but it sucks that they made a purchase that now to everybody else seems pretty impulsive and not very well thought out. And a lot of good writers are not going to be able to write sports anymore for a company that they worked their whole careers to get to. It's the pinnacle. It's like working for ESPN. And I think it's just reflective of the changing landscape in sports media. We've talked about it before, but The Athletic started because it served it was meant for a really underserved niche of sports journalism, which is long-form writing now. And that's gone away, and the New York Times recognizes that there's a need for it, but it sucks that they're caught up in the midst of such poor planning. And it's kind of what like ESPN is in a lot of uncertainty too now. It's just going around the industry these days.
Yeah, you would think their acquisition of The Athletic was sort of their foray into adapting to the times, but instead it's now just evidence of their lack of forethought and planning, it seems.
I think you subscribe to The Athletic.
I do.
You enjoy it.
Oh, I really like The Athletic. They're still keeping The Athletic, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really like it. I check it pretty much every day. I honestly wish they were churning out more content for me, because I just, again, which is back to last episode, is I just want as much possible information as I can handle. And
the Athletic podcasts are very good.
I actually haven't listened to them, I gotta say. I read The Athletic, but I haven't listened to them. Or any of their podcasts, I should say.
One of my dream jobs would be working for a company and figuring out how to do essentially that. How do we adapt to the changing sports media landscape? And I think I would have done a better job with planning that out than the people that were put in charge of it did.
I'd like to think so. I think you're pretty capable.
We'll see when we grow the 528 podcast network.
Yeah, right now the network of one.
Yeah. That's all I have for my one big thing this week.
Okay,
this next segment is going to be a draft of the best fictional duos in sports. I'm pretty excited for this one. I have an extensive list. Going to be a big honorable mention day.
As excited as I am, I'm equal parts terrified, because I am so torn on all of these picks, and I know there's going to be an extensive honorable mention list, but that always irks me because I just want to pick them all.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
So I have the first pick because you went first in the one big thing. And for my first pick, I am going to go with Shake and Bake, Ricky Bobby, and Cal Naughton Jr.
Shake and Bake.
Shake and Bake.
It's an excellent pick.
It's 1-1 with a bullet for me.
I think it has to be, especially for our generation, because that's one of the funniest movies of our generation.
Ever.
Yeah, but just that was right at our formative years, and it just has such significance in our lives that, and like Step Brothers, and honestly like pretty much every Will Ferrell movie from that time. But the other guys being my favorite. But yeah, Shake and Bake, excellent pick.
I was probably high when I said that.
It's just so good. All right, for my first pick, I'm gonna go with Mr. Miyagi and Daniel LaRusso.
That's an excellent pick.
Yeah.
That's an excellent pick.
I didn't know. It's again. I love the pick. I just don't know what you're gonna do, so I'm so scared you're gonna take my favorites. But
that's a great pick.
Yeah, I felt good.
Was
about
not
that.
on my list, but it's a great pick.
Yeah, I mean karate's a sport.
Should have been on my list.
Yeah.
I actually at first I considered the other side of that. I don't remember their names.
It's oh my god.
It's the guy from the show you watch.
Yeah, Cobra Kai. I know. It's oh my god. It's Kreese is the sensei, and Billy Zabka plays the guy, and I can't remember his name right. Johnny Lawrence.
Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah, Johnny Lawrence and John Kreese. That's the other two. Jesus,
they
that
were
show's
almost
awesome.
on my list.
Yeah, they were up there. I thought about it, but I had to go Mr. Miyagi. You know, wax on, wax off is iconic.
Iconic, yeah. It's a fantastic pick. And you have the rap.
I do. All right. I don't know where you're going to go. Okay, I'm going to go with... Oh, all right. I'm just going to do it. Peter LaFleur and Patches O'Houlihan. I love that movie, and I had to do it. I thought you might take them, so I had to do it.
I had them on my list. I had Peter LaFleur on my list, but I had him with Steve
the Pirate. Yeah, I know. But Patches O'Houlihan is he drinks his own urine because it's sterile and he likes the taste. It's just such a good line. And
gone too soon.
And Steve the Pirate misses the last game.
That's true.
And
he's a better pirate than you'll ever be.
He is for sure. But Peter LaFleur puts on Patch's sweaty rag on his eyes in the the throwdown. So that's why I went with it.
It's a good pick.
Yeah.
It's a good pick. For my second pick, I'm going to go with Happy Gilmore and Chubbs Peterson.
That's on my list.
I knew it would be.
Yeah. It's
I
really good.
I wasn't sure if it would fall to me.
Yeah, I think that would have been my next pick on the rap. I felt really good about... I needed to take Peter LaFleur and Patches. I might like the movie a little bit more, and that's probably why.
Fair. And then I have one more. I'm going to go with... You see, there's one that I'm pretty confident you have, and there's one that I'm not sure if you have. But I think it's a little better.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go with Ham Porter and Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
Didn't have it.
Okay, that was the one I wasn't sure if you would have.
I didn't know which of them to pick, aside from Benny the Jet.
I had a shirt
with Ham on it. Yeah, I know. I know. He's probably...
I was between him and Squints.
I know. I didn't know which to go with, him or Squints, so I just kept them off my list entirely.
Power hitting catcher.
Yeah, can't go wrong. It was a good pick. It's all right. It's me now.
Yes, you have two.
All right. I have two. I'm going to go with one here. A little thinking outside the bun. I'm going to go Mario and Luigi.
Oh, okay.
From all the sports games they're in. I feel good about it. They're an iconic duo, obviously, and I think they have enough sports games that I can consider them a fictional sports duo.
I think so.
Okay.
That's a good pick. I wasn't sure whether that we would count them or not, but I'm certainly not going to object.
I knew you were going to come at me. I know one of these picks you're going to have is going to confuse me, so I tried to think outside the box like you.
No, mine are actually as straightforward as maybe they've ever been for this one.
Well, that's just great, Ad. I wouldn't have taken them then. Fine. But my next one, I'm going Sidney Dean and Billy Hoyle from White Men Can't Jump.
Good pick, too. Great movie.
Excellent movie.
I have two
Haven't
now.
seen the remake.
I haven't either.
Probably. I
Does it
might.
have Woody Harrelson?
I don't know if he might have a cameo. Rue, have you seen it?
Jack Harlow's playing.
Not interested.
But is Woody Harrelson in it?
No.
Oh,
Not
that's
interested.
Not that I remember.
that
No Woody
stinks.
Harrelson. No Woody Harrelson. No Adam Hartog.
Okay.
Wasn't nearly as good.
That's my campaign slogan.
Adam loves Woodies.
It's Draymond's taint and Adam loves Woody's episode.
I also said I had a 50-year-old man inside of me, so.
Okay, I have 2 picks. My fourth pick, I'm gonna go with Fulton Reed and Dean Portman, the Bash Brothers. This is the one that I know was on your list somewhere.
Yeah. I knew I should have gone with them instead of freaking Mario and Luigi.
Famous for laying people out, stripping in the penalty box, beating the evil Iceland in the World Championships, among other things. Just an iconic duo on skates.
I think you got me. I think I lost this draft. Pretty hand over fist, I think I lost this draft.
And then for my last pick, I'm going to go with Zook and Brad McQuaid, Channing Tatum and the quarterback in 22 Jump Street because they were balling on fools.
They were all right. That's fair. They were pretty unreal.
Yeah, unstoppable.
Yeah. I mean, granted, Channing Tatum was like 30 and they was playing against 18-year-olds, but
He had
it counts.
bench warmers.
It counts. It counts.
I am college age.
Yes, I'm 12. All right. I think I'm just gonna go with my heart, and I'm gonna go with Roy Kent and Jamie Tart from Ted Lasso.
Oh, it's good. I forgot about them, actually. That should have been on my list.
It's good. It's not great. It's not winning me any awards. There's a couple here that I could have gone with that I probably should have gone with. If I could replace Mario and Luigi, I would immediately.
With?
Jackie Moon and Coffee Black.
That would have been good. I think Mario and Luigi's strong, though.
It's strong, but it's not strong enough. I've got a size. Oh, I missed so many. I can't believe I just botched this draft that bad.
Let's jump into honorable mentions.
Okay. How do you want to do this? You want to list all yours? Or I list all mine.
We can go back and forth.
Okay. So for my first honorable mention, then I've got Gordon Bombay and Charlie Conway.
That's good.
Yeah.
I could have gone with Adam Banks in there, too.
I know, but Banks is a cake eater and no one likes him.
I have, and this is one I meant to take, but I don't know who I would have replaced him with. Calvin Cambridge and Tracy Reynolds.
Yeah, that's on my list. I had Chaz Michaels and Jimmy McElroy.
Ooh, that's real good stuff.
Yeah, that was what if I was going for the win for 5th, that was what I would have gone with, but I think I've already lost. I'm pretty much conceding in my mind, so I went with my heart.
White Goodman and Blade Laser Blazer.
I didn't know. I think Michelle is the pick there. Actually,
you maybe.
Yeah, for Peekaboo.
What about the bull?
Who's the bull?
Grabbing him by the horns.
Oh, in the picture, that happened. Literally. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. I had MJ and Bugs Bunny.
Me too.
Yeah.
On the list. Tim Riggins and Jason Street.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I knew I missed that one, but that leads me into I had Nathan and Lucas Scott.
Ooh, real good.
Yeah.
Should have had them.
Yeah.
Didn't think about them.
Yeah.
Gary Bertier and Julius Campbell from Remember the Titans, one of my favorite movies ever.
That's a good one. I think it's a good one that wouldn't have won you any points, but I think it's a good one. I've also got Troy Bolton and Chad Danforth from High School Musical.
Oh wow! I used to have a Troy Bolton jersey.
It's a cool jersey to have. I got a few more.
I'm out.
Okay, I've got Pedro Serrano and Willie Mays Hayes / Wild Thing from Major League.
I almost used Wild Thing too.
I've got Adonis Creed and Rocky Balboa from Creed 1 and 2, but not 3 for whatever reason.
The Italians from Kicking and Screaming.
Dude, you should have gone. You had that on your list?
No, I just remembered them.
Damn, that's a good one. I said Jackie Moon and Coffee Black. I had Goose and Maverick solely from that volleyball scene.
Good stuff. And the football one.
And the football one. And I think that's it. And I had Pablo Sanchez and Pete Wheeler from Backyard Baseball, but that one I had as a honorable mention. I was never gonna pick them.
I have one more. Paul Cruz and Cheeseburger Eddie.
That's a good one. Could have gone Michael
Paul Crewe.
Irvin there either.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I could have gone with Paul Crewe and Nelly too.
Oh yeah, Nelly's probably the. What's his name? Earl Megget?
Yeah.
Yeah. Electric athlete. Nelly. They don't invite him to the Celebrity All-Star games anymore.
Why,
He's
too good?
Yeah. He used to just hit home runs in all of the softball games and ruin them.
He's from the Lou and he's proud.
Yeah. Good draft.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm bummed. I'm bummed that I botched it so bad though.
All right, so to recap the draft, I took Shake and Bake, Ricky Bobby and Cal Naughton Jr., Happy Gilmore and Chubbs Peterson, Ham Porter and Benny the Jet Rodriguez, Fulton Reed and Dean Portman, the Bash Bros, and Zook and Brad McQuaid from 22 Jump Street. Tom took Mr. Miyagi and Danny LaRusso, Peter LaFleur and Patches O'Houlihan, Mario and Luigi, Sidney Dean and Billy Hoyle, Roy Kent and Jamie Tart. That was fun.
When I look at the list now, I don't hate it as much. That Mario and Luigi pick's gonna haunt me. I don't know why. I don't think it's a bad pick. It's just not the pick I wanted to make.
You definitely could have gotten them later, but it's a strong mid-round pick.
Getting Sidney Dean and Billy Hoyle in round 4 is a steal.
Yeah.
But I should have gone with the Bash Brothers with my third pick.
I was worried you were going to steal them from me there.
I should have. I don't know why I didn't.
I knew they were on your list.
Well, dude, I think I've referenced them on this pod multiple times.
Maybe.
If not on the pod, then just to you in our real life conversations, which is basically the pod.
Yeah.
So, good draft.
Good draft.
We'll see in the polls who wins, but in my heart, I think you won.
Do you want to do the awards?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll start.
You're up first, yeah.
Okay. So, I'm going to go with the Anakin Skywalker Low Ground Award.
Okay, so is this episode 1 when he's like a little kid in short?
Mm-mm. This is when he has the low ground.
Oh, in episode 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is somebody who... Ooh, I think I have an idea of who this is going to. So this is somebody with just... Essentially, metaphorically, the negotiating power is just not in their favor. Like, they have no leverage.
You know who this is, and it's not just one person.
Yeah.
Yes, you know
Was
who
my
it is.
reasoning
Yes.
somewhat right?
It is someone with no leverage.
Okay, so this is running backs.
That is exactly who this is.
Nice.
Good job.
Let's go.
Yeah. So I was debating. Have you ever seen the movie The Replacements?
No, I actually haven't.
So that's what I was asking producer Rue when I made you wait outside because I didn't want to taint the episode. Shane Falco was the replacement quarterback in that movie, and he's just the most well-known name of the replacements in that movie.
I've seen his jersey for sale.
Yeah, like pretty famous. It's actually a really good movie. You should watch it. But that's basically what would happen if like they had this big running back Zoom meeting, like
that's really funny to me.
But like to discuss. And the first course of action was they were gonna publicly complain about it. It was just like I just don't know what they're hoping to accomplish, and there's so many running backs in all the CFL and just on the street. There's guys that will come in and replace them if they tried to hold out. They would need to it couldn't just be one positional group. It would have to. And also, what would they get? What are they hoping to get? To get paid more?
Yeah.
How do you?
They're just freaking out because they put their life into becoming an NFL running back and expected to become multimillionaires, and now
but they're becoming
salaries.
Multimillionaires still.
Yeah, but the long-term deals that they all envision getting is basically being
dried
suppressed.
up.
Yeah,
but
Not
also,
suppressed,
it's just the league catching up. It just
100%,
makes
yeah,
it just makes sense.
They're being phased out.
I think
look at fullbacks. Fullbacks aren't complaining.
The position group barely exists anymore.
You know who had the most carries out of the fullback group last season and how many it was?
Juszczyk?
No, it's not Juszczyk.
Derek Watt.
Yeah. Guess how many it was?
12.
9. So you're not too far
Okay.
off.
Yeah, but that's not a lot.
Really low. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a lot. I think if there are changes to be made, it's within their CBA, and it has to do with their ability to negotiate contracts earlier in their career.
It's a players' union thing.
Yeah, it's not a right now thing. There's nothing they can do right now.
It's just these guys are unfortunately caught in the changing tides.
Yeah. In the next, when the collective bargaining agreement expires and the players' union is negotiating on their behalves, that's when it's something to consider. But right now, there's nothing you can do. You take as much money as you can get because that's what the market is. If Saquon had taken the $13 million, that would have actually helped set the market and leave it there. Now no one's going to, I don't think anyone would give him that now. Maybe the Giants would just because they really like him.
They're not allowed to now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's also what I was just talking about with someone is I don't know what he wants them to do.
They can't do anything.
They had the deadline. The deadline is up. Now it's either you play on the tag or you sit out. And if you want to sit out and Le'Veon Bell yourself, fine. Go for it. You've had one good year since your injury. And he has a history of being injured. It's not going to be a good thing for him to sit out an entire year and waste more of his prime.
No, he's going to be 28, right?
Yeah. He's not helping himself. The best thing he could do is play on the tag.
And ball, yeah.
Exactly. I don't know what his end game is here.
All of them. They just want money. Like, who doesn't?
Yeah.
But they're just gonna have to face reality at some point. One of them said it. I don't remember who it was. It was like, "This sucks." That was like his whole quote.
That's all there is to it. Like Austin Eckler's complaining about all of these things, and it's just like, again, another guy who's injury prone, out all the time. What is it? The best ability is availability.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get that with running backs. And also, all of the big-name running backs who've gotten their big contracts have either had to restructure, been traded, been nearly traded, or are now out of the league in Zeke Elliott. All of them. Even Derrick Henry almost got traded this offseason, or they were shopping him. So it's just like, it's very, I would say, short-sighted of them. I feel for them, obviously. Like, I would love for all the running backs to be paid all that they deserve and want and, have earned, because wide receivers make so much more. Even Allen Lazard got $11 million, which is absurd. It's absurd that an Allen Lazard, who's the 50th best receiver in the league? I don't know. That seems mean. 30th?
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, okay, yeah, either way. But he's not top 20.
No.
So, and he's getting $11 million, whereas Saquon, who's top 3 running backs, is going to get 13. But that's reality.
And Daniel Jones get 40.
Yeah, and that's reality.
Yeah, that's
how
Nick
it
Chubb.
is.
I looked it up. It was Nick Chubb said, "We're kind of handcuffed with the situation."
That is exactly right.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do, and that sucks for you guys, but it is what it is.
It's not worth the investment. Too replaceable.
And that's why the low ground Anakin award was perfect, because all Saquon can do right now is get his limbs cut off and falling into the lava. But there's no turning into Darth Vader here.
You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not become it.
Exactly. I knew you'd get it.
Yeah. My first award is the Dame Lillard Award.
Okay. This is
very current.
Very current.
Not like today current.
Okay. This is going to a player who asked for a trade but hasn't been traded yet?
Not exactly. It's not going to a player.
It's going to a team?
No.
Can you tell me what entity it's going to?
Yes, it's going to a broadcaster.
Is it Skip or Shannon?
Yes.
It's Shannon?
It's Shannon.
Because he's going to go to the First Take?
Because Dame Lillard identified one particular party that he would like to partner with going forward.
Oh, and Shannon...
And Stephen A. was on his podcast the other day saying, "I want Shannon Sharpe on First Take."
I almost gave the award, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend." And now Stephen A's enemy, Skip, his enemy is now Shannon. And now Shannon is Stephen A's friend.
Because they're both Skip's enemy.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to work on the show, though. Friends.
Because they're friends? Yeah, but they
gotta just be debate enemies.
Yeah.
Enemies.
It's a trade I didn't see coming.
It's like a Kevin Love situation more than a trade.
Leaving a playoff team to go to another playoff team?
To go to a potential championship team.
But when Kevin Love went to the Heat, no one thought they were a championship team.
That's fair.
This is already it's like
a KD situation?
Yeah, it's like a KD situation. Leaving the Thunder to go to the Warriors.
I could have gone with the KD award.
I don't know if I would have been able to get it, though.
Too much has happened since then.
Yeah. But that's a good award. You got any more on it? Or just that he's probably going to go on first take?
It would be electric if he's on.
It would be.
Watch TV again for the first time in a long time.
A lot of the rotating panel of analysts they have on there just don't get the job done. And most of them can't hold their own in arguments against Stephen A. And if they can intellectually, they can't literally as arguers. JJ's one of the few who can. He's Michael Irvin sometimes.
Michael Irvin's good, the playmaker.
Yeah.
You and I used to watch First Take religiously when Max was on.
Yeah.
And when Skip was on.
Absolutely. I pretty much stopped watching since Max left.
Me too.
They need someone who can hold their own, and like Max or not, he held his own in arguments, and he was steadfast in them. And now it's just doesn't feel the same.
It's pushovers for Stephen A.
Yeah. Punching bags, really. Yeah. All right. There's no way you're going to get my next award.
Awesome.
Actually, it depends. No, I don't think so. It's the Taylor Swift Award. I'd like to hear who you think it's going to, but I don't think your reasoning's going to be right.
Okay, so this is going to somebody that people... It's like a religious experience to go see.
No.
This is going to somebody dumped by John Mayer.
As far as I know, that hasn't happened to this player. But it could have behind the scenes, maybe. I don't know.
This is going to...
I don't think you're going to get it. I don't think you're going to get it.
All right.
It's going to Anthony Rizzo because he was homerless in 45 games, one of the worst players in baseball. He, over that time, not just in reality, over that time, in Saturday's game, he took off, tried going off the bat with no batting gloves, didn't work, didn't catch fire. Sunday's game, he changed his walk-up song to Ready For It by Taylor Swift, goes 4 for 4 with a home run.
Huh.
So not only is Taylor Swift saving the economy in some cities, she's also saving the Yankees. So
will she get a ring if they win?
I hope so. And maybe it'll be a wedding ring from one of the players.
Who?
I don't know. Is Rizzo married?
Probably.
I know. I don't know if he is. Anthony Rizzo, wife. Married. Never mind. Not Rizzo. I mean, maybe Rizzo, but...
IKF?
Could be. What is he, the Hawaiian Hype or something?
That's a bad nickname. He's no Shane Victorino.
All right, moving on. To your award.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you got one more.
My second award is the Drake Award. And this is Drake, like more mixtape Drake / first studio album Drake.
Bursting onto the scene to become one of the biggest stars in the world.
Kind of. So, somebody who was a free agent and chased by a lot of the big record labels at the time. This person isn't a musician.
I'd like it from now on if when you know I'm not going to get it for you to warn me, because I warn you.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
And they signed on with a label that was not nearly as established as some of the ones they were getting big offers from. But then their debut was a hit, and it changed the game. Haven't looked back since.
This is going to a musician?
No.
Oh, it's going to
an athlete.
An athlete?
Yes. So replace record labels with teams / clubs. Industry has changed.
Who is it?
It's going to Lionel Messi.
Okay.
Going to Inter Miami and scoring a walk-off 93rd / 4th in 2 minutes of added time free kick against Club America, I think, perhaps. Something like that.
Not
No?
Club America. Liga MX team, but it wasn't Club America.
All right, against some Liga MX team in the League's Cup, and there was no doubt, like literally no doubt when he stepped up that was going in.
Cruz Azul.
Cruz Azul. It was typical Messi, just a total moment of magic to win the game. The celebrities got their money's worth for showing out, and it was just super cool. And the MLS is forever different. They have Messi.
He's really good at soccer.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. That
The GOAT.
it was almost scripted.
Yeah, people were saying, we sure?
I'm sure.
I'm sure, yeah.
But it's like Jeter's 3,000th hit, Jeter's last hit.
The tweet I sent?
No, you said you compared it to that?
When I quote tweeted the free kick and I said, "Where fantasy meets reality."
Oh,
did
yeah,
you have
that's
any doubt?
That's Michael K's quote. Yeah. No, I did not see that. But it's a good parallel. We're both spot on, I think.
Yeah. That was for Jeter's 3,000th hit.
Yeah, the home run.
Walk off.
The last hit of his career.
Yeah.
Or
at Yankee Stadium.
Last game at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. And now they just did something again. I swear to God, they're just changing MLS rules as they go.
Today they changed one, like while we were recording.
Yeah, they
added another international spot.
They traded money for an international spot, which I've never heard of. I've never heard of happening before. Granted, I'm not super plugged into the MLS, and then now they're probably going to bring in Suarez. I still don't know how they brought in Jordi Alba. No one's even questioning it, but they're bringing in Suarez. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more to come. I heard Iniesta at a time, but I don't know if that's still happening. Busquets looked awesome, actually. He was arguably more fun to watch than Messi in that game, just because he was just in it the whole time. It felt like every
a stick figure.
Yeah, that too. But it was fun. I was annoyed. They should have offered this game for free.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, they should have offered this for free. I wanted to.
Well, there's a free trial.
Oh, I didn't see that option on my TV, but maybe it's.
Did you subscribe for the season? I think I'm gonna.
I didn't,
you get
but
a prorated half season.
I didn't, but I might just to see Messi.
It's like $40.
I know. I was just gonna bite the bullet and buy it because I wanted to watch the game on the TV. But Bray told me he could find me a stream, which he did. But then it froze in the 88th minute, and I was like, all right, screw it. Nothing's gonna happen. And sure as hell, something did happen. So I missed that, but I saw the highlights immediately after. But it would have been cool, and I was trying, and they agreed. Even Bray agreed to let me put it on the TV.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Bray loves Messi, though.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That was the only anything else, and he would have spit in my face probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he'll never listen to this, so he has no idea we're talking about him. But we like Bray.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, good awards.
Yeah, good awards.
You want to go on to last take, worst take?
Yeah. So for this week, last take, worst take, I'm going to go with Colin Cowherd.
No! That is exactly mine!
And his lackey, Jason McIntyre, saying that the Angels should trade Ohtani for draft picks. I don't know a ton about how the baseball CBA and regulations like that work, but what I do know is you can't do that. You can trade compensatory draft picks and competitive balance tax draft picks, but you can't just trade straight up actual draft picks. He did preface it by saying he was a casual. Clearly, I mean, I am too, but even I know that.
Well, you don't trade those compensatory picks. They just are taken. They're just taken away.
Okay.
It's like the Yankees lost, I think, their second and third rounders this year when they signed Rodon. But they didn't trade them. They're just gone. So maybe I should have had this one. But yeah, he said they should trade the Angels should acquire as many first round picks as they can, which is 0.
Yeah.
And
so they've done it.
Yeah. They can't acquire any more.
No, they're maxed out.
Yeah, maxed out at 0. So, yeah, I mean, yeah. He didn't preface it by saying he's a casual.
He said it
after.
Okay.
Yeah, so
maybe what the look a producer gave him.
Yeah, no, I think he got something in his ear hey,
so this can't
happen. And then he was like, apparently you can't trade picks in baseball. And then he's like, I'm a casual. And so it was just
unlistenable when it's not football season. The Herd.
Yeah, it was just embarrassing, honestly. You're on TV, blatantly talking about things you have no idea about. It's ridiculous. And he was also talking about the package they were going to get. He said he wanted their second, third, and fifth ranked prospects and 5 first-round picks. It's just that's not how...
He's doing a basketball
trade.
That's
not how trades work in baseball. I don't know if he's ever seen a baseball trade happen. Probably not. So it was sad, and that was going to be my last take, worst take. I'm going to have to pivot now somehow. Unless, do you have anything more on that?
No, that's all I have on that.
Okay, I saw one that some guy tweeted. He just said it's time to accept that Garrett Cole is overrated. And I was just in shock that he. Why? Why is Garrett Cole overrated?
And why does he think that it's such a commonly held opinion?
Yeah, and also, he's leading the league in innings pitched. He has a 152 ERA plus. I'm biased, yes, but he's not overrated. He's got a sub-3 ERA.
I agree with you. He's got to be leading the league in strikeouts.
He's not right now, but I don't know who is. Strider has a lot. He's got 189. Cole's got 144.
He's third in ERA.
He's probably going to win Cy Young.
He's fifth in strikeouts.
He's first in WAR for pitchers. So
oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
He's probably like if he keeps pitching at this rate,
not overrated.
Absolutely. If he keeps pitching at this rate, he's going to win his first Cy Young. So not overrated, not even really overpaid.
Easily the best player on the team right now.
Yeah, right now for sure. But yeah, that was just a bad take. And the other one, I'll give a second one while we're here because that one was a little lackluster. The other one was that in a group chat I'm into. This is the same one where they told me Fred would be the best player on the U.S. soccer team. So it's obviously not a very knowledgeable group. But they
Are they
said,
listeners?
No, probably not.
That shows how knowledgeable they are.
Yeah, I know. We give soccer gems out here. It was just that Mbappe's career would be ruined by going to Saudi Arabia.
You see, that's just not true, though.
It's not true, because he would just leave on a free transfer to any club in the world that can afford his wages.
Which is...
Real Madrid.
And Saudi Arabia and PSG.
I feel like Chelsea could probably do it.
They might be able to. They've been connected with, which I've
absolutely
Man
no City.
doubt will not happen.
Imagine he went, I know you would hate it, but imagine he went to Man City and they played him with Haaland.
That would be the worst thing ever.
It would be really cool,
that would
though.
Suck.
As an outsider, it would be really cool, though. So... Yeah, there's teams that can afford his wages, though, and they'd make room for him somehow. So, it's just wrong. It's not even a bad take. It's just wrong.
Uninformed. Totally uninformed.
Yeah. So those are my two last take, worst takes.
Cool.
Yeah. You want to close it out?
Yeah. Thank you for watching / listening / reading in Braille. Episode 14 of the Breaks Down podcast. We are brought to you every Thursday by 528 Collectibles. We are the flagship program of the 528 Podcast Network. Make sure to rate this 5 stars, download, like, subscribe. You can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, Podbean. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Make sure to follow so you can know when new content is coming out. Good episode.
Good episode. We
Anything
are
else?
also now on Facebook. I just made us an account. I don't care. I don't think we're ever going to use it.
I haven't been on Facebook in 3 years.
Yeah, but I had to make the account to do something for Instagram. They made me do Facebook. Either way, we now have a Facebook account, so we are on every platform you can think of, including X.com, not X videos, not yet at least.
Not gonna bring it to you. X gonna bring it to you.
No, not that either. But see you guys next week.
Give it to you?
X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you.
Yeah. Do you say bring it to you?
Yeah.
That's what did it to me. All right. Goodbye, guys.
Thank you.